Hello, good morning or afternoon or whatever time of day it is in your part of the world, and welcome to Moxie's channel of English language. My name is Andrew Moxham and it's great to have you here. This is lesson number 12. Now, before we start, I just want to mention one of the most important things. If you want to contribute, you most certainly can. And it's to moxycel@gmail.com. moxycel@gmail.com. That's my PayPal account. And you could also find that information in the text section of the YouTube channel. Okay. Now we're going to be, this afternoon, whatever it is, toasting the bread. Toasting the bread. That is a toaster, and that is toasted bread. Very common in Western cultures. Not so common in Asian places. They don't toast bread. I mean, they do, but not like we do. We have a lot of bread here. So Asian people generally eat rice and things like that, but if you didn't know, we use a toaster very commonly, and we toast bread. Okay. You can see that I have lived with a lot of Asian students. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Past tense, I. We all know how this works. I have toasted the bread. I have not toasted the bread. I've toasted the bread. I haven't toasted the bread. I've toasted the bread. I haven't toasted the bread. I haven't. Present tense. I am toasting the bread. I am not toasting the bread. I'm toasting the bread. I'm not toasting the bread. I'm toasting the bread. I'm not toasting the bread. Toastin'. Toastin'. Not toastin'. Okay. Future tense. I am going to be toasting the bread. I am not going to be toasting the bread. I'm going to be toasting the bread. I'm not going to be toasting the bread. I'm gonna be toasting the bread. I'm not gonna be toasting the bread. Gonna. Very, very common. I will toast the bread. I will not toast the bread. I'll toast the bread. I won't toast the bread. Okay, it could be future, it could be the imperative tense. What have we got here? Go to past tense, and it's you. You have toasted the bread. You have not toasted the bread. You've toasted the bread. You haven't toasted the bread. You've toasted the bread. You haven't toasted the bread. You are toasting, here we go, present tense. You are toasting the bread. You are not toasting the bread. You're toasting the bread. You're not toasting the bread. You're toasting the bread. You're not toasting the bread. Casual with a capital C. Kick your shoes off style. That's how casual it is around here. Future tense. You are going to be toasting the bread. You are not going to be toasting the bread. You're going to be toasting the bread. You're not going to be toasting the bread. You're going to be toasting the bread. You're not going to be toasting the bread. You will toast the bread. You will not toast the bread. You'll toast the bread. You won't toast the bread. He or she. Past tense. Here we go. He has toasted the bread. She has not toasted the bread. She's toasted the bread. He hasn't toasted the bread. He's toasted the bread. She hasn't toasted the bread. Present tense, here we go. He is toasting the bread. She is not toasting the bread. He's toasting the bread. She's not toasting the bread. He's toasting the bread. She's not toasting the bread. Future. He is going to be toasting the bread. He is not going to be toasting the bread. She's going to be toasting the bread. She's not going to be toasting the bread. She's gonna be toasting the bread. He's not going to be toasting the bread. He's not going to be toasting the bread. Toasting the bread. He will toast the bread. She will not toast the bread. He'll toast the bread. She won't toast the bread. Past tense. We. Good one. We. We have toasted the bread. We have not toasted the bread. We've toasted the bread. We haven't toasted the bread. We've toasted the bread. We haven't toasted the bread. Present. We are toasting the bread. We are not toasting the bread. We're toasting the bread. No, we're toasting the bread. We're not toasting the bread. We're toasting the bread. We're not toasting the bread. Future tense. Oh. We are going to be toasting the bread. We are not going to be toasting the bread. We're going to be toasting the bread. We're not going to be toasting the bread. We're going to be toasting the bread. We're not going to be toasting the bread. It's toasted. Gonna toast it. I'm not going to be toasting that bread, mate. No way. We will toast the bread. We will not toast the bread. We'll toast the bread. We won't toast the bread. Coming into they. Past tense. They have toasted the bread. They have not toasted the bread. They've toasted the bread. They haven't toasted the bread. They've toasted the bread. They haven't toasted the bread. They haven't. No. Present. They are toasting the bread. They are not toasting the bread. They're toasting the bread. They're not toasting the bread. They're toasting the bread. They're not toasting the bread. Casual, okay? That's casual. I mean real casual. Real stuff. Okay, future tense, here we go. They are going to be toasting the bread. They are not going to be toasting the bread. They're going to be toasting the bread. They're not going to be toasting the bread. They're going to be toasting the bread. They're not going to be toasting the bread. They will toast the bread. They will not toast the bread. They'll toast the bread. They won't toast the bread. Okay, that's another one. Good one. Remember, 5 times. Do this 5 times. Right? Do not practice until you get it right. You train until you never get it wrong. Not guaranteed for everyone. I'll see you in number 12.